just re-listening to a call that I had done with Jen Patch a little while ago, and it was about the 6 essential skills of a network marketer. And I just thought it's really important just to outline these so everybody has an idea of how simple and easy it is to focus on these skills. And you really need to think of them as a skill set. So, before Isagenix, I was a high school PE teacher. I had to go to university for 4 years. I had to do practical training. And then, I taught for 9 years and was still learning something new every day in teaching. So you have to think of this as a skill set and something that you're going to work at. You're not instantly going to be great at it as soon as you start. Okay, so the reason that we cover these 6 skills is to keep things simple, because what happens if people are overwhelmed and they don't understand, they actually find it really complicated, and that leads to inaction. And we don't want that. We don't want people feeling overwhelmed. We really want things to be simple and clear, because that makes it easy for people to get in action and to help more people with the Isagenix system. So today I'm going to run through the 6 essential skills for a network marketer by Jen Patch. So I'm just recounting my notes that I've written on her call. So the first skill is find people to talk to. Now, this might sound really simple, and it is. So, we need to share these products with as many people as we can and help impact as many lives. And often people will say things like, I don't know anybody. So Jen's advice for this was to get started with 3 lists. Okay, the first list is 10 people that you first think of, that first spring to mind, that you know when you talk about Isagenix. So who are 10 people that you know that could really benefit from the system in terms of health, or might even benefit from the income side or the opportunity side of Isagenix? And you jot down those 10 people. The second list, when people say to Jen, I don't know anybody, she sits them down, she says, well, who would you invite to your wedding? Okay, so, and they go, I'd invite this person, I'd invite that person. So they do know people. So anyone that you would invite to your wedding, they go onto another list. And the third list is the board of executives. So she describes this list as being, 10 people that you can think of that you would want on your board of executives if you were starting $1 million company, $1 million a year company. So it's the 10 most incredible people you know, and she said that this is often called people's chicken list. So the people that, you may not want to talk to about Isagenix because of whatever reason. So that gives you a fantastic place to start. And obviously you'll start with the 10 people that first spring to mind when you think of Isagenix. And your sponsor or your mentor's role is to help you contact those people. So if you're feeling a bit uneasy about that, make sure you speak to them about how to start those conversations and how to share Isagenix with them in an appropriate way, and make sure that it is something that's going to be beneficial for them. Also, with finding people to talk to, I know a lot of people get a year or 2 into Isagenix and they feel like they've exhausted their list. Richie and I got to this stage, and the reality is that as a professional network marketer, your list is constantly growing. So every day there should be new people being added to your list, which means you need to start getting out and about and actually talking to people. I've found that, in the last 6 months, I've been meeting the most incredible people out and about who would have just been strangers. And, I've started little conversations with them. We've really connected. We found we've got so much in common, and often we've got mutual friends, and the world's such a small, crazy place. But we've had some amazing people come into our team just from me meeting people out and about. So, it might be a new gym, or you might try a new dance class, or it might be a new play group with the kids, or one of their sports. It might be I go to a networking group, so I really love that, and I'm meeting lots of amazing women who are invested in personal development. So try and think of the people that you really want to attract to your team, and start living that life, because if you're living an extraordinary life, you're going to attract people that want to live an extraordinary life. Okay, so that's number 1, find people to talk to. Number 2 is talk to people you find. So this business is all about communication, and it's not about you telling them everything you know about Isagenix. It's actually about you asking fantastic questions to see whether Isagenix is right for them and has a solution that can help them. So, I mean, PK Smith told me that if you ask 5 awesome questions, you'll get 3 good ones in return. So, you really need to find out what's going on in their lives, what's happening with them. What are some things that they really want to break through or address. It might be health related, it might be lifestyle related. So Jen likes to talk about 90-day changes. So I know she says questions like, if you could change one thing about your health in the next 90 days, what would that be? Or even better, if you could change 3 things about your health in the next 90 days, what would it be? And the same with finances or lifestyle. If you could change 3 things in your lifestyle in the next 90 days, what would that be? So that gives you a really clear direction on what they're needing and how we can be of assistance in helping them reach those goals. So once you have talked to them, it's then the time that you need to send a tool, because you should know which tool to send. We have so many tools in Isagenix, and it's not about you being the tool, it's about you pointing people towards the tool. Okay, so we've got tools like iSamovie. There are so many iSamovies. If you have not sat down and watched every iSamovie we have, I highly recommend that you do. It's they're amazing tools that you get to, just send to people. And if people are visual, they'll love watching a video and hearing a bit about our program. You might use something like isagenixhealth.net for people who are interested in the science behind the program. You might, if they're 18 to 35 years old, startyourlife.com, incredible website. Then we've got Team Isagenix, teamisagenix.com, which is great for athletes. So anyone who wants to improve their energy and performance, you might send them to teamisagenix.com. We also have the millionaire videos. So if you have anyone that's interested in the opportunity and you want to show them the potential, you might send them one of our millionaire videos. I've got a few favorites. Jen and Jono's is probably my ultimate favorite. Heidi and Lyle's new one is really awesome. So look, there's lots of videos that you can send to people. And a tool is also your 30-second story. So if you haven't, really got across how to share your story effectively, that is one thing that you really need to do. Your story is the most powerful tool that you have, because what you're doing is you're sharing your experience, how this amazing program has helped you, but how it can also help them. And, that's the most important thing. People don't really want to know everything that's in the products. And if they do, we can send them to isaproductau.com. But they do want to know how this program has helped you with your goals and how it could help with theirs. So your story is your most important tool. And one other tool that is really underutilized, I believe, is a 3-way call. So having that third-party validation, so someone else to come on and share their experiences, is really powerful. And it's a great way for them to have some more support and have, an extra contact that can help them in their journey as well. So every call that you're doing with someone should be a 3-way call. We want to make them feel part of our community and supported. So 3-way calls are so, so very important. And then you have launch parties. So launch parties are a tool. I'm having one on Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to it. We've got people in our current team that are going to come along. We've got guests that are going to come along. And it's really important the way you invite them. So this all comes under, skills in talking to people. Actually picking up the phone and calling them or inviting them in person and telling them why you'd like them to come is so powerful. You'll find you have many more RSVPs and people turning up, and not as many people cancelling, because you've taken the time to actually personally invite them and tell them why they should really come along. If you post a flyer on Facebook or tag people in a post, it's not as effective. It's impersonal, and this is really about helping people with their goals. And if you are having that relationship with them and understanding what their goals are, you're going to be much more successful in sharing this gift with people. Okay, so number 2 was talk to people. Number 3 is support your people. So this often comes under coaching like a rock star. And supporting your team is one of the most important skills. Your job is to develop great relationships with people in your team and really understand their why. Okay, if they want to lose 20 kilos, why do they want to lose 20 kilos? What is that going to mean for their life? How is that going to help them? How is that going to improve their quality of life? Is that going to mean that they have more energy to play with their kids and they haven't been able to for 5 years? They've been stuck on the lounge. Is it going to mean energy is going to go through the roof? That means they're going to, enjoy their work life more. Is it going to make them a better wife or a better mum or, a better friend? So you really need to get to the emotional part of their why and help them to achieve their goals. So you need to plug your new people into tools like isaproductau.com. There's a fantastic website in isaproductau.com. If you go down the side menu in the blue hyperlinks, there's ISA Diary, and this is a day-by-day guide to their first 30-day program. It's fantastic. So I always point my people in that direction. And also, if they're interested in the opportunity, isagenicsbusiness.com, they should be going there and working through that. That's like your $1 million business blueprint right there. So there's step-by-step, there's booklets they can print out, there's video tutorials, everything's in there. It's all there for us for free. So that's where you should be sending people who would like to look at the opportunity. Then you've got our Facebook groups. So, plugging people into Facebook groups gives it a real sense of community. We're all in there to support each other and help each other on our programs and on our journeys. They can ask for advice. There's files and resources in there, which are really awesome for people to check out and have some ideas with food and snacks and, things like that. It's just a bit of extra support. So, but it's really important that you don't overload people. More than 1 or 2 Facebook groups is, too much. So keep it to 1 or 2. Just make sure, they're great groups that you plug them into. So we have 30 days to help our team have a life-changing product experience. We know that these products can absolutely change health and change lives. So, we really have that 30-day window. So your job is to be their biggest cheerleader and biggest supporter in that time and point them towards the right resources that they need if any issues arise, or to make sure that they get that product experience. And the key here is that they are educated on why they should be putting these products into their body. Everybody has to eat. And you know what? I put Isagenix into my body because it's an absolute superfood. So when people understand what these products do and that they are a superfood, why wouldn't you want to put them into your body every day? Why wouldn't you want to have the awesome energy? Bounce out of bed every morning, have a clear mind. There's so many benefits. So we really need to help people in that first 30 days understand all these benefits and why it's so important to keep getting this super nutrition into your body. Another important part of supporting your people is recognition. So you'll often see posts congratulating people for their results, congratulations, day 11 results, or putting pictures up of their before and afters and, wishing them well, which is fantastic. It's a massive achievement, and you should be doing that with your team. And, everybody's results are different, and it's really great to acknowledge every single result. Some people might, their weight loss might not be a goal for them. It might be energy. That's as much of a result to shout out about. So when you're sharing results, though, it's really important that you're compliant. There is a disclaimer that you need to attach to the bottom of any posts, which is really impressive anyway. So it's, it's awesome to put down there. And you also need to reference, clean eating and exercise, and make sure that people see that it is a lifestyle and that it's not some sort of quick fix. It's really important that that's done. That first 30 days is really important in terms of helping people have an emotional attachment to the products. I know after day 9 on my program, there was no way I was going through a day without my shakes or without my Ionics. There was, I got this energy and I was not letting go of it. I wasn't going back to being that tired, cranky person that I was before. So even if someone comes in and, they're a business builder, if they don't have that emotional attachment to products, when times get tough, they're going to fade away. So it's really important that we get them the best results and best product experience so they want to put them in their body every day for the rest of their life like I do. Okay, so that was number 3, support your people. Number 4, is build belief in the 5 key areas. Okay, so you need 10 out of 10 belief in all 5 of these areas. They are products, the company, network marketing, the comp plan, and yourself. So you need to sit down and you need to have a think about, in each area, give yourself a rating out of 10. You know, where is your belief needle at for each of those areas? And there's so many resources that we can use to enhance our belief in each of those areas. So if you need some tips on that, send me a little PM on Facebook and I'm happy to shoot some off to you. For products, I think the most powerful part of getting 10 out of 10 belief in products is to get awesome results yourself, and maybe help other people get awesome results. If you need to know about the science of it, isagenixhealth.net, there's some amazing university studies in there that have been done with incredible results. You know, you can use the podcast, isagenixpodcast.com. When I started, my car was a rolling university. I would listen to podcast after podcast after podcast, learning about the science of the products because I wanted to know why I felt so amazing. I'm rock solid with products. You know, my belief is, 11 out of 10. I know this stuff works. So, there's so many resources that help you with that. So remember, number 1 is product. Number 2 is the company. Number 3, network marketing. Number 4 is the comp plan. And number 5 is yourself. And that often is the hardest one for people to develop, their 10 out of 10 belief in. So if you need to know any resources for those areas, let me know and I will shoot you off some links. It's really important that you get 10 out of 10 in each of those. Skill number 5 is bring people to events. Okay, so bringing people to events means that you're there as well. Leading by example is so, so important. And, events build belief. Events are essential. And, Richie and I get to every event. We even, travel to the States to get to Celebration. And when you come out of an event, you feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof because you're just having so much love poured into you. You're in a room surrounded by so many positive people that want you to succeed. And that belief needle in whatever area you need it is going to be pushed up. Okay, so there's going to be things that for every single area of those 5 areas of belief. And, events will cover whatever it is that you need to cover. So I cannot recommend events enough to you, but also to bring your people to. Every time I go to an event, I wish I had more people with me because honestly, they're just like, you come out and you're just, on fire and you just want to help as many people as you can. So, whatever event it is, whether it's a Super Saturday or, summer kickoff or celebration or ICU or University in Action, they all, work on your belief and are so important for building your business. If you look at all the top income earners, you will see that they don't miss events and they bring as many people with them as they can. Okay, so part of building your team is getting them to an event. And number 6, last one, is being the best you. So your income can only grow to the extent that you grow yourself. So I'll say that again. Your income can only grow to the extent that you grow yourself. So personal development is so important and you need to work out which area that is. So when you rate yourself in those 5 areas of belief, get to work on the ones that you aren't 10 out of 10 in. And every day you should be listening to at least 30 minutes of a podcast or reading 30 minutes of a book. A minimum, probably both. You should probably be listening and reading. You don't have to make special time for it. I do it while I'm driving the car, so I often have, my earphones in and I'll be listening to an audio book or a podcast. So you just need to get really smart with your time and make sure that you're squeezing in that personal development time. So what it will mean is that, you'll develop yourself into the person that you want to attract and you'll be able to pour greatness into other people and people will want to be around you and you're going to attract amazing people to your team. So, number 6 is being the best version of you. So they are the 6 essential skills of a network marketer. I probably didn't do it as much justice as what Jen Patch does, but I think you guys will get the idea. And, if you really get to work on developing these 6 skills and work at it. You know, it is a skill set. Remember, it's a skill set, and you're not supposed to be an expert, you know, after 6 months or after a year or even after 2 years. I'm 2.5 years in, a bit more, and I'm still nowhere near being an expert. I'm learning something new every day, but it's fun, and I know that I'm working on the right skills. So make sure you keep working at them. Let me know if you need any hand with need a hand with the resources, and I will see you on our next webinar. Bye.